The morning starts like most other Saturday mornings. I wake up to my brother tumbling around in our room looking for something to put on while making the loudest noises he can make. Never mind that although I wasn't sleeping, I very well could have been. Usually, Saturdays mean fun and relaxation. But this Saturday, my dad decides that we'll go along with him on the job that he has booked. I emerge from my room along with my brother, having found work clothes to put on. The smell of breakfast looms in the air as my mother goes between the kitchen table and the stove. My dad is standing up, looking out of the small window above the sink, holding a cup of coffee. Mom tells us to sit and eat before we have to leave. We look at Dad, and he gives us an approving nod, so we sit and eat. Scrambled eggs, toast, and sausage are on the menu. Dad normally doesn't sit. In his own customary fashion, he combines the trio into a sandwich of sorts and wraps it in a paper towel to take with him. With a commanding call, he gathers us up into his work truck, a two-door Mitsubishi that has endured the worst of his jobs. As if going over a mental checklist, he looks over all his tools and supplies to make sure we are ready to go. He lights a cigarette, opens the driver's side door, rolls down the window, and we set off to our destination. The day was sunny, with not a cloud in sight. The flat land of the Delta meant that you could see for miles without interruption. The surroundings were quiet, except for Dad's music. My dad loved soul music. Really, it's the only music that I'd really ever heard him listen to. As we went on our way, sounds of Marvin Gaye, Al Green, and the Temptations bellowed out of both windows. Dad seemed to enjoy this time with us. I'd never seen him smile so much. I must admit that I enjoyed being with my dad in these moments where he could simply relax and enjoy himself. As we pulled into the driveway of our destination, the home was relatively new. Builders were applying the finishing touches to the paint, installing doorknobs, and sweeping debris off the property. Dad told us to start unloading. My brother took this opportunity to grab the large roll of carpet and lift it onto his shoulders. I smiled and gave him a thumbs up. He smiled and took the carpet up to the house. $10 a yard. My dad said this with a loud tone that meant he was done with the conversation. Evidently, something was said that he did not agree with. So, Dad ordered us to take all the tools and supplies back to the truck. He stormed away from the house, got into his truck, and sped away. During the drive back, and after quite a bit of profanity, Dad explained that a man should never take less than what he is worth. He said that the only thing a man has is his word, and when you agree, you have to keep your word. For me, the whole thing was odd because I had never been on a job that my dad didn't finish. I'd seen him tear up old floors and install new ones with the intent of finishing. Carpet, tile, vinyl, ceramic tile, nothing was too difficult. This was something that he took pride in doing, and people from all over would call him knowing that he would do his best effort. More than that, he wanted to pass this trade on to his sons. So although we came to assist, he expected us to learn, retain, and use what he had taught us. Later, after we made it home, my mom inquired about why we were back so early. He told her that he went to greet the main builder and to make sure that he would honor their agreed-upon price. He would not. The man had not kept his word, and my dad responded by immediately removing himself from the situation. He didn't argue and he didn't negotiate. He simply left. Years later, I still look back at the situation. I acknowledge my father for his courage. Knowing that he had children to provide for did not make him compromise on his own value. He knew his skills were valuable, and he wouldn't allow anyone to minimize them. Dad had grown up poor and without a father to guide and direct him. Everything he knew about providing and protecting was mostly as a result of what he was deprived of growing up. He knew what not to do. This singular instance taught me to take pride in what I do and to become the best that I could possibly be. Thank you, Dad.